everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Gwynplaine Jackby. I am a soon-to-be published author. Now, this vlog is going to be different to my usual vlogs. This one is going to be a weekly vlog. So this one will be uploaded to my channel at the end of the week. Reason being is because it doesn't cap Nanowrimo, and I just thought that I would just do little, logs throughout the week, so that I'm not doing tons of video editing, because I really want to concentrate on my writing. So what I thought I would do is that I would do little logs throughout the week, make a little video of how I'm getting on, and anything that I think I would talk about. So I may talk about how I ended up how I write the start of my book, because a lot of people who want to become a writer don't know how to start writing their book, because I find the first chapter can be quite daunting, and to some people, or the first chapter may not be daunting to them, but kept trying to carry the story along throughout the book, which was my problem. I didn't have a problem writing the first chapter of my book, or the prologue, because I don't know, it just came to me. But I found carrying the story along was my problem anyway. So I thought that maybe once I've written my first chapter, I may go through the process with you guys. But what I have thought of anyway is that through my outlining, I've decided today that I'm going to change the point of view for my first chapter. Reason being is because I just found that this one character that has been in my book for a while is an important character, but not in the wider scheme. I don't know how to explain that, but I just find that this point of view for the first chapter anyway is not necessary. I mean, that character may have a point of view later on, but for the first chapter it's not necessary, so I thought I would change it to a point of view that would make more sense anyway. So that's what I'm doing anyway. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this video. Remember to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, if you are enjoying the content that I am uploading, and also put the little bell on so you are notified for when my next video comes up. Right, I am done for today. I have actually written 1074 words today. I am pretty proud of myself. I've written the first chapter of my book, and I've written 1074, well actually 60 odd words. Yeah, 164, something like that anyway. But yeah, so I was only going to be writing 700 words today, but I guess I wanted to write 1,000 or so words today. So, oh well. Not going to complain. But yeah, we'll see how much I'm going to write tomorrow. If I want to write 700 words tomorrow, then I will, But I mean, I think I want to get the first 10,000 words out of the way as soon as, so that I find that after the first 10,000 or 20,000 words, it gets easier. They say anyway, but it just, because I'm thinking that I might be able to get over 10,000 by the end of this week. Maybe. But I think I could do it. If I plan to write a couple thousand, not tomorrow, I'm going to build myself up, but the day after tomorrow, I should be able to get to 6,000 words by Friday? Friday. Yeah. But anyway, just thought I would just give you guys an update. Alright, okay. So, like I said earlier, I was thinking of, I guess, how I was going to explain to you guys how I wrote my first book, I guess. How I started it off. So, how I came up with the idea. So what I did, to be fair, it came to me, I don't know, it was weird. I had this sudden idea of how this first sentence would be, and I just came up with a whole prologue. And it was I don't know, I didn't at first think, oh, it's just maybe just a poem type thing, kind of, not really in any constraints of how, on writing in a certain format for poem, but it just kind of was. I mean, you can interpret a poem in many different ways, and you can use many different types of formats. It's the same with writing, though. Anything, you can use many different formats. Like, you don't have to be constrained within one thing. And so, like, I don't know, I just read this prologue and I didn't think like and two things about it, and then I showed it to my family. I showed it to a family friend. She's like a nan, I guess, to us. You know, and yeah, so she said to me, "Oh my, Gwen, this is actually really good. Why don't you turn this into a book?" And so I got into thinking of all these different things that could happen, what the main character was, because at first I didn't really know the main character. All I knew was certain features that she had, like her hair, like what her hair was like, how old she was. You know, it just, yeah. So that's literally what I've done. I did. As I was it, and also I knew that there was this bad power that was coming back to into Earth. So that was literally it. And I knew that it was like a decaying magic, and that was all I knew. All I knew was that it was a bad magic coming back into Earth, and that this princess, this main character, would have to solve it when the time was right. That was it. And so when I eventually got to the first chapter of writing the book, I read it, all my stuff, in my notebook. I hadn't for a while written in on my laptop. I hadn't written any of it in my laptop. I think I wrote the first 2 or 3 chapters, something like that. I think it was 2 chapters in my notebook, and the character ideas and all that. And it wasn't until later that I ended up writing in my book, on my laptop, and then I ended up fleshing things out a bit. But that book took me a very long time to finish. I finished it back in 2018, and I think it was October. Yeah, I think it was October, a few weeks before the end of October. I think it was like last 2 weeks or something like that. And then I started outlining my second book, and I ended up writing the first like 5,000 words, something like that, in between schoolwork or whatever in November. But yeah, so that's what I did. And you know, books can take forever to write. They can take up to a month to write, to a year, to a couple years. And so mine took, I started writing the first book when I was in year 9 of comprehensive at school, I think. Something around that time. It was around 2013 or 2014, something like that. So I think it was 2014. So it took like roughly 4 or 5 years to write, you know? It takes forever, and like, because I didn't have my undivided attention for it, that's why it took so long as well. But now that I've had the time, that I'm not in college anymore, because I decided that it wasn't for me, and I'm looking for a job. And because I was in between things, I've just prioritized my writing and finding a job. And so I've just been writing my heart out. I've just been constantly writing. Though I did give myself a break from when I dropped out of college, because I was just no fit state at that point, mentally and physically. I just didn't think I could withstand doing anything much, and there was some family business going on as well, so I had to help out. So it was just, I was taking a break for a while on anything. And so that's when I started finishing my second book then. I had the first 20,000 words done, and I thought, you know what? It is 2020. Fresh start. Gonna get my act together. And so that's what I did. I started going on runs. I started writing, though I don't go on any runs as of at the moment because of this whole quarantine thing. But, you know. But I'm going to get back into exercising, even if it's not running. So, we'll see when that happens. But anyway, yeah, I just decided to get my act together, and I read the last, I think it was like 22,000 words of my book left. And so I did that I finished it in March, you know? So, you know, that didn't take me too long, you know? What was it now? I was going through editing in January, my first book, and I finished that in February, and then I started writing, going back through my book, and I started editing through the 20,000 words I've already done, and then I was just to recap, and also see if there's anything that I needed to change. And so I went through it, I finished it, and then after that, I think it only took me 4 days or something like that to go through it. And then afterwards, I ended up writing the 22,000 words, and I finished it not long ago. It was not last week, but the one before. And I finished it. So now I've outlined a lot of my third book, and now I started writing it today, which would be Wednesday. The plots are so driven by the characters' motives that I have to concentrate a lot. And why would my character be doing this? Because my characters are very complex, and so, like, especially my evil characters, they are very complex because they are human too at the end of the day, and they have emotions, and I don't want them to be the stereotypical bad guy, like, I don't want them to be stereotypical, and I don't think they are. I like my main character, my evil characters, to be fair, they are mixed with evil and also normal. They kind of are a bit normal, but they have a sinister side to them, and that's what I kind of like about my characters anyway. And also there's a lot of stuff that's happened to them in the past, which is why the actions the past influences the actions they are doing today. And that's what I wanted to do, because you're not gonna any character that you write is always going to be influenced by what they've done, like what's happened to them in the past. Like, I wouldn't be me today if a lot of the things that happened in the past didn't happen. I would think differently, act differently. And so you got to treat your characters like they are real people, and like, if this has happened to them, what would they react to? Or like, if something bad happened to them, would they be scarred for life? Mentally, physically? And so, yeah, I just really thought well for my characters, and I really, really thought a lot on them, because a lot of their plots are what drives the story, but without knowing what the character is like and what they are feeling and how they act in certain situations, you don't really have a story, really, because everyone focuses a lot on characters. Yes, people focus on the plot as well, but to me, I focus a lot on the characters and how they feel and how they act in situations, because everyone judges a person by their actions, so things that you write can also influence people in real life. So how people react in certain situations can apply to your book and vice versa. And so that's what I've done anyway. That I thought that I would explain my process. What things actually influenced me? Now, I've read a lot of fantasy books, sci-fi as well, mixed with that. But I also read some mystery books. I like historical fiction at the moment, actually. If you guys have ever heard of Stalking Jack the Ripper, is it by Kerry Maniscalco? Yeah, Kerry Maniscalco. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Really good book series, honestly. Love it. But yeah, to be honest, like, that series actually has influenced my TV script that I've been writing on the side. And then I've been influenced by a lot of things in fantasy, like, for my book. One I do like is, I don't know, I got inspired a lot by Sarah Ash's books, the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. Is it trilogy? Yeah, trilogy it was. I haven't read those books in a while, but they inspired me a lot. And then Skullduggery Pleasant also inspired me a lot. Just for the fact that, you gotta have a bit of comedy here and there in your books, because nothing can be serious all the time. If everything was serious all the time, I find I wouldn't cope, to be fair. You gotta have something to lighten the mood up, It's like that in real situations. So that's why I like a bit of sarcasm or something like that, Sarah J. Maas's books have definitely influenced me a lot. Honestly, I think that's really it. I do watch a lot of TV shows as well, so I find that watching something as well, like a TV show that's what TV shows have been quite good? Like Peaky Blinders, you know, because they show really well about how the characters develop through the series, but also how the characters are not all goody-goody. No character in that series are good or bad. And I like that because it shows that they are human at the end of the day and they can make bad choices, like really, really bad choices. But at the end of the day, they are human and everyone messes up. So that's what I like about the TV show anyway. But enough of me talking. I just hope that clarifies what I do in my process. I may go into more depth on how I write certain things. But yeah, if you were trying to write something in a genre that you love, go for it. Just make sure that you do a lot of in-depth research for that genre, whatever it is. Or if you're new to that genre, best thing to go about is watching TV shows in that genre and watching films in that genre and also reading books in that genre. Anything that you can get a hold of that's in that genre, do it. Because it's worthwhile. And also, if you're writing a TV show, then obviously get a hold on any type of TV scripts that are in the genre that you are looking for. And I guess just if you're writing a book or anything, just try and get a hold of something that is in that genre. Really. Yeah. Hey, everyone. This is day 2 of Camp Nanowrimo. Now, I've gone to a late start today. It is actually nearly 1 o'clock now. I was gonna get up early and do some writing, and then as soon as I heard my alarm at 7, I was like, nah, I'm good, and so I went back to bed. I think I got up about 8:30 or whatever, but I was still in bed watching YouTube or something like that, so I was like, I'm not getting up. So I eventually got up at 9 to get in the shower, get myself sorted so I'm not like in bed all day. But honestly, I haven't had the motivation to do anything whatsoever today, which is bad. But I mean, everyone gets those days every now and again. I just feel like, I just don't have the motivation today, and that's completely alright. We all get like that. But I am going to try and write 2,000 words today. I did go down to the chemist not so long ago now, and they've changed the times again. I don't know what it is for them, but they keep on changing the times every single day. I don't get why they can't keep it to a set amount of time. It's the same every day. It would make life so much easier, and also it would mean that less people are going down to the pharmacy for no apparent reason because it's not open for another hour or 2. Why do that? Because they're causing people to end up coming outside of the house where the government wants everyone to be inside the house self-isolating, So honestly, I don't get people these days, to be fair. There's always like the people who are self-isolating, who are taking these precautions, and then there are the people who are completely ignorant to this whole situation. They're aware of it, but they just don't see how dangerous it is and how life-threatening this pandemic is. And oh my god, it annoys me so much. I'm frustrated with people, honestly. And I'm frustrated with some businesses that keep changing their times. If you keep them to a set time, you're going to have less people coming out of their houses for no apparent reason and going to the store realizing that, it's shut. You're going to, less people are going to be coming out for no apparent reason, which means there'll be less people out on the streets. So people just don't think, some people just don't think. And now I've gone over with my ranting, I'm going to get on with some writing now that I've had my rant. I'm bleeding. Alright, okay, ignore that. Alright, it is day 3, well, then end of day 3 of Nanowrimo. and I have hit the 5,000 mark already. So I think I'm doing all right. I've hit 5,124 words, so I'm doing pretty good. Hi everyone, it is day 5. I didn't film the 4th day. I don't know why. I was pretty tired yesterday, and oh my god, it took forever to get the word count I needed that day, but I persevered and I actually did end up getting it. But it took me so long, and I don't know why. I think it was just that maybe the scene types were just, I had to figure out more, so I think that was why. But I have nearly reached my goal for today, which I need another 600 or so words left, but that is to reach 8,000 words, because I'm going by I decided I might be going by the Camp Nanowrimo goals. And yeah, because I don't know, I like the little goals they have, and I find it's more plausible. It's easy. I don't know if it's easier, but for what I was setting my goals as for myself, because I wasn't gonna go by their thing. To be fair, I don't think it was realistic, the goals I was making for myself. So I think that by doing a couple, like 1,600 words a day, to be fair, it's not that bad, because I can take breaks in between. I can do some in the morning, do some in the afternoon. But today I did actually get up at 6:45. What I did was, basically there was this live stream of one of the author tubers. Well, the two author tubers I watch. One is the Courtney Project, the other one is By the Brook, and I do watch their videos from time to time when I got time, spare time in my hands. And they were doing a witching hour live stream, but they're in America. At least I think both of them are in America. Yeah, I think so. But either way, their times are the same. So I think they are both in America, but live in America. But I obviously don't. I live in Wales, and our time differences are huge. So when they were starting their witching hour live stream, which was 11:30 for them, for me it was 5:30 in the morning the next day. So I didn't really fancy waking up at 5:30 in the morning. I was going to, but then I thought, am I kidding myself? If I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I'm probably not going to get the words I want done. So it's like, fine. I know that usually the Courtney Project, she usually has her live streams go on for at least 3 or 4 hours. So I was thinking, okay then, well, if I wake up at 5:45, put on the live stream, and I'm only missing like what, an hour and a half of the live stream, so I get the other half, which is like the other 2 hours or so, which I did. So I got another 3 sprints in, I think. I got 3 sprints in. Was it 4? I think it was 4 sprints in, and we had breaks in between, but they were like long sprints. They were like 25 minutes. I think all of them were. Most of them were, but yeah. So I'm gonna get on with the rest of my writing, and I'm actually not wearing loungy clothes today. Well, I kind of am. I mean, I'm wearing leggings and this top, though this top is quite smart, but I'm actually wearing fluffy socks, and just like, these leggings are quite comfy, and I usually don't wear them out anyway. So, I mean, who cares? I wear what I wear. No one's gonna be seeing me, are they? Because we're in isolation, so we're in quarantine. So, But anyway, I'm gonna get on with the last 600 or so words of this. It should finish that chapter then I'm on. Either that, or I finish it and I go on to another one. I'm hoping not another chapter, because I don't like starting a chapter and then leaving it for the next day. I like to start a chapter new, so I know what I'm going to be writing the next day, and I have it prepped out, whatever, but I don't like starting the chapter. So, well, hopefully, yeah, we'll see. Alright, so I have actually finished writing for today. I've got 1,406 words to write tomorrow. Sorry if my thumb was in the way then. Yeah, I've got that. I haven't got that much to write tomorrow, which is good. But yeah, so I haven't got too much to write tomorrow. I might write a bit more. I might write like an extra 400 words. Just because, you know, I don't know. Just because. So yeah. But no. I just decided that I wanted to get up early so I could just write, get over and done with, and I might actually have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. And it is 8 minutes past 1. I finished later than I thought I would have, but that's because my family kept on asking me to do things, and then they kept on coming back. Like, they went out to grab the shopping, it was a click and collect, then they came back by the time I started writing, because I had to sort out the kitchen and all that, and then by the time I got down to writing, it was like 3 minutes or something like that, or a minute, and it just came through the door, and it's like, you've got to be kidding me. So it took me longer than I thought it would have, like an extra 2 hours on top. I thought I was going to finish it by like 11, like 12, and I thought I would have, but you know, life happens, innit? So I've at least finished it now, and yeah. And I'm going to edit this video, and then hopefully I'll be done by 3, and I can have the rest of the day to myself to do whatever I want, which will be reading, watching TV, and maybe even drawing, because I haven't had the chance yet. And I really I don't know, these past 2 days I've been feeling like I really want to draw. I also want to draw, I was thinking, I want to draw a fan art, and I usually don't do fan arts, but I really want to, you know, like the book Crescent City, by Sarah J. Maas. I want to draw, what's it now? The little otters. I think they come in life jackets as well, if I remember it saying. So I want to make it. I want to have a little cartoon otter with a little yellow life suit thing, you know. Yeah. So that's what I want to draw. I also want to draw one of the characters, La Harbour, because she's a little like. I think she's a sprite, isn't it? But she's a little fire sprite. I think they said she was. So I want to draw her. So so at some point I want to draw that, but I do need to get on with my own drawings, like for my front cover and stuff like that. But I just need to get into the rhythm of drawing again, and I think once I get that, I think I'll get back to where I used to be, which was I used to be really good at drawing art digitally, but as I haven't drawn, I think I stopped drawing when I went out of comprehensive school, and I may have drawn here and there, but like not much. So like I know I didn't draw for a whole year or so, and then it got to the point I was like, right, I need to start drawing again, even if it's just little sketches. So I did little sketches here and there if I had a break in college. It was usually when I was in the library, and so yeah. But other than that, to be fair, I haven't actually drawn digitally in like forever, and I haven't done anything as in like watercolors or anything like that in a while, so I might get back to doing that. Maybe, I don't know. I might draw a harbour on paper and then use my watercolors, my Kuretake watercolors, because they have really nice reds and oranges and yellows on the palette. They also have nice greens as well, so maybe I might add a bit of green, because like, you know, in like she touches a book or something like that, and it goes maybe green. I don't know, because like usually when you have something that's with color or something like that, sometimes the fire goes green. Anyway, I'm babbling, but yeah, I'm thinking of maybe drawing something like that, because I really love the book, and you can tell when I love the book when I say that I want to draw fan art, and I never draw fan art ever. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up now, because it's going to end up being a very long video. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I haven't like done anything other than like talk, and you haven't seen what I've been up to, but I hope I've given some idea of what I've like done this week, but also like what my process is. Maybe I will touch upon it a bit more in the second week. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have had a great week. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to put the little notification bell on so that you can get notified for whenever my next video, I upload. But yeah, also remember that I have an Instagram account called Gwen Jacoby02, well, 02. And if you guys want to have a look, check it out. I put a lot of my writing stuff up on there. I'm also going to be going live Monday on my Instagram at 6 o'clock in the evening, UK time. It's going to be writing sprints, and if you guys want to ask any questions or whatever, or anything at all, really, well, within reason. But yeah, come along to my live stream. I'm going to be going for an hour, so we're going to get like 2 writing sprints in and some questions or whatever, and I hope you guys tune in. Yeah. Bye.